starting in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, damn, I kind of froze up. Stage fright.
Hold on.
It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute.
Let that happen. I want to get your count.
Yeah. That's one for the behind the scenes content.
You saw Black. I was watching Black Panther the other day. I never freeze. He froze, didn't he?
Damn. You want me to do another countdown? And
Yeah, go from 5. I wasn't ready for the 3, 2, 1.
You gotta go.
Welcome to Recess, y'all. TRB Show, the Recess Bell Show. We are here for season 3. I can't believe we've been doing this for 3 years now. Your host, Joshua Umahi, pleased to be back. You know, when we left season 2, it's funny. What was the main story we was covering? A superstar getting traded out of Dallas. Remember we was doing our Super Bowl preview show?
Mm-hmm.
And then the NBA completely stole the spotlight.
Yeah.
I don't know what Adam Silver cooked up, but it was like the craziest trade we've ever seen. Luka Doncic getting traded from the Mavericks to the Lakers. That set off so many conspiracies, so much crazy stuff. The Mavericks traded Luka. Remember, they was bullying him for being too fat, apparently. They said, dude, ballooned to 285 or something.
Now you look at him, he's too skinny.
Yeah, shout out to Luka. You know, got on, you know what's messed up? Every time somebody loses a lot of weight, like you just brought up The Rock earlier, Kory.
I don't say that. You say that.
No, I don't say it. I'm very respectful to people that lose weight. I'm just saying the number one thing people point to, they on that Zempi.
Right.
They on that Ozempic.
Especially if they're losing weight too fast.
Well, I mean, you got the designer Ozempic now that Serena Williams is endorsing.
Designer Ozempic.
It's... What is it? Q1? QO something?
I forgot what it is, but she said she's endorsing it, and it's like I'm not gonna say it's Ozempic for rich people, but it kind of feels like that. And her husband is invested heavily into it. So
you know, it's that, and it's also I was on the subway one day. I don't know if y'all might have seen it too. I seen Charles Barkley on an ad on the 2 train.
For Ozempic?
Yo, I don't know if it was Ozempic or Wegovy or something.
It was something, and he said he needed to lose it for his health.
It was like for his health that I respect.
Because I'm like initially, if I'm wrong, right? It's like Ozempic started off as like a diabetes medicine, right?
Yeah, that's what it's
and then
for,
it's just like people just found out, you take it, you get skinny.
Right.
Yeah, I need that.
It's crazy.
But then you ever seen like Ozempic head, like where it's like they head don't match their bodies.
The Peter Griffin they call it. Remember that Family Guy episode with the Peter? His face was exactly the same, but his body was slim.
But I think I hope Luka lost it the natural way. I think he did.
I believe in Luka. He was in the gym training all summer. They did the Men's Health article on it.
But at least he got shipped to L.A. Bright lights. It's almost like Dallas, but it's different.
Hey,
you going from? We're gonna talk about this other superstar. When he went to the isotope place.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was my original point. The fact that when we was last on these cameras, a superstar, megastar got traded out of Dallas, and now we come back.
Like
another megastar traded out of Dallas.
Yeah,
man, Micah Parsons. Yo, I honestly, because when he requested that trade, he put on his Twitter he was going to request a trade. August 1st, he did that.
But when they request a trade, your initial thought is nothing's ever going to happen. They're going to restructure the contract, and then it's going to get well. Like same thing with Trey Hendrickson with the Bengals. Same thing with multiple superstars. You're thinking that they got him locked in for.
Right.
He has to do his 5th year. He has to put on his 5th year option. Then he has to go on. They can franchise tag him, I believe, 2 to 3 times. So I'm thinking you control his career for a couple more years. Mm-hmm. The fact that Jerry was just like, I'm good, and we're going to trade you, it was crazy. And they didn't even get that much for him. I think Trey Lance and the 49ers got like 3 firsts for their guy, for Trey Lance.
There was another trade, too, that went down that people were like, how did Micah Parsons go for less than this guy?
Exactly.
It's crazy. And before we move on, the point I made about Charles Barkley and his that ad, it was crazy. Charles Barkley was damn near shirtless. He was getting the needle stuck in his. I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay, Charles. Yo, one thing about the Inside the NBA crew, specifically Shaq and Chuck, they never turn down a sponsorship deal.
Oh, of course
They'll
not.
do what, especially Shaq. Shaq
Especially,
be on like
especially.
10 million commercials.
You got Icy Hot, Papa John's, the General.
Yeah, the General.
The Dollar General ads. When you're watching like local television, they always pop up.
You see Shaq pop up on a randomest commercial. like I bet money there's probably some Chinese commercials that we ain't never seen that he on.
Of course. Of course.
No doubt.
Just for like
they crazy.
Just for some unnamed food chain restaurant.
Trying to get that money. Just trying to get that money.
Like I remember,
that money.
I remember I seen Arnold Schwarzenegger with one of them where it's just like I think he was doing one for like a beer, and it was like the craziest commercial I've ever seen. I was like, they must have paid you a lot of money to do this commercial.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. I mean, it's just a bunch of crazy stuff happening. That's always the landscape whenever you are a sports fan. Once it gets close to September, and we are recording on Labor Day, by the way, so happy Labor Day to everybody.
Yes.
But my thing about this whole process is, why would you wait till the start of the season when it would have made a lot more sense to trade him before training camp?
Yeah,
it would have made a lot more sense. But the fact that you did trade him, right? And the fact that you tried to finesse him without using his agent, it's kind of wild. It's like he tried to be like, he went in there and wanted to talk to him about leadership of the team and everything right there. And then they start talking numbers. And then Jerry's thinking, I got him. I was about to say that famous meme that he said. I can't because it might get edited in certain way.
Let it rip. Why not?
I want me some Glorio.
Yeah.
His words verbatim.
He keeps saying that, but I'm like, bro, glory hole means something different now.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's not drilling oil. Like,
I don't know what you thought. I don't know.
He's
what
like, back in my day.
He keeps saying that. I want me some glory hole. You sound like a nasty ass. Yo, stop saying that. What's wrong with you?
But then it's just like with how he was trying to say, like, they was talking numbers, and he said, I offered Mike a good contract. I'm like, clearly his agent didn't think so, and his agent got him to be the highest non-paid quarterback in the league. So his agent did something right. Now, some of his clients, I think his name is David Mulugeta.
His agent, David Mulugeta.
Yeah.
Infamous agent, by the way.
Some of his clients do not have the most favorable past, but one thing guaranteed, when you do work with him, he will get you paid. He's the NFL's Rich Paul, basically.
Well, let's get into it, NikiMarie and Kory. Let's get into it. Because you remember that report over the offseason about the collusion that Pablo Torre and Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk, they put out a bombshell report that, for some reason, ESPN, the NFL's darling, didn't really report on that much. But they basically said after the Deshaun Watson contract, the fully guaranteed contract to a dude that had, I forget the number, it was so high. What was it, 23, 24 sexual assault allegations?
Yeah.
So that's the guy. That's the guy with that nasty past and those nasty allegations that had to pay in court he had to pay 24 settlements in court for sexual assault with the massage tables. That's the dude that got the first fully guaranteed contract in the NFL's history.
No, not the first. He got the largest. The first was Kirk Cousins.
But it wasn't that tied to the franchise tagging and stuff?
No. Kirk Cousins was the first person to really get like guaranteed money at the quarterback position. And then Kirk Cousins did it so smoothly that people don't realize he went back and got more guaranteed money because he went to Minnesota, got the guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
And then first he got the guaranteed in Washington. Then he went to Minnesota, got more guaranteed money. Then he went to Atlanta and got more guaranteed money. So he learned how to play the game the right way to get guaranteed money.
In terms of Deshaun Watson,
he got the highest.
He got albatross contract.
Yeah, he got the highest, which was
230 M's fully guaranteed. And who was his agent? Same as Micah, David Mulugeta.
And he made Jalen Ramsey the highest paid cornerback at one point.
That aside, though, maybe I'm tripping and maybe I just got the tinfoil hat on and I'm just in conspiracy mode. Mm-hmm. But Jerry Jones is, if it's unofficial, if the title is unofficial or not, he's essentially the president of the owners. So with that being said, and you remember that collusion article that what Pablo Torre and Mike Florio reported on was that after the Deshaun Watson contract, the NFL owners all got together, all 32 of them, and colluded when it was Russell Wilson's term to get paid, or Mr. Sierra,
Mr. Sierra.
Well,
when it was Russell Wilson's time to get paid,
when
they really was like,
no. When it was time for him to get paid, they were happy that he didn't take the like the most guaranteed money or tried to pursue that.
The
and
NFL Players Association was mad at him.
Yeah, and the NFL owners were happy about that. The NFL Players Association was mad about that, and I forgot what they called him. They said something about Russell Wilson, and then something like that. And then I know they was happy about the Kyler Murray contract. The contract that they were hoping never got to that point was the Lamar Jackson contract, because Lamar Jackson, he was trying to get the Deshaun Watson contract, but a lot of teams weren't.
That's where the collusion.
Yeah, weren't playing with him in that situation, because you remember he was a restricted free agent. That means any team could have came out and actually got Lamar Jackson,
but they would have had to give up, I believe, 2 first-round picks to sign him.
No.
That wasn't it.
No, you just had to match his. I think you'd have to. I'm not sure if it was 2 first rounds, but you like a second and a third. And
it was 2 draft picks. I definitely remember.
Yeah, but I know Baltimore could have a chance to match it. But I think what people don't fail to realize is if you would have put out an astronomical price, I don't think Baltimore would have paid it, and so you could have had an MVP. And I thought that the Cowboys or somebody would have definitely tried to go out and go get Lamar.
It was not to cut you off, but it was. At the time, this is a report from CBS Sports in 2023. They said Jackson's new team, if they sign him and the Ravens didn't match, would have to send 2 first-round picks to Baltimore.
I think that's worth it.
That's the thing at the time.
A second. At that time, Lamar was already a 2-time MVP.
Yup, and what is it? At the time, 2023, he was 25 years old, 24?
Yeah, so, and then...
That's the guy that should have got the groundbreaking contract in terms of guaranteed dollars.
And then he comes back when nobody offered him, and then he has that MVP season to win his second one. He was already MVP coming into.
You're right.
He was already MVP.
You're right.
He's already MVP, but after that season, he had after that free agency thing, and they re-signed him for I think $200 million, a little bit over the Jalen Hurts contract. Then he went out and had an MVP type season, and then he was going for his third this year.
All of that being said, that's my point in it. I think Jerry Jones, the fact that the NFL owners, they were so disgusted. I mean, we're all disgusted by Deshaun Watson's actions, but they were especially disgusted that he got in that bidding war, getting traded from Houston. And he was the one that won the bidding war.
And he's not even playing right now.
Nope. $230 million fully guaranteed dollars. NFL, that's unprecedented for a contract that large to be fully guaranteed. So the fact that Jerry was dealing with the same agent, and he's basically the leaders of the owners that basically put together that collusion scandal to make sure Lamar Jackson didn't surpass that as he should have. Mm-hmm. I think that had some to do with it because it's the same agent. And that's why, in my opinion, I feel like on the outside looking in, I have no inside sources. But that's why Jerry was like, I don't want to deal with you. Like, I'm going to talk to Micah 1v1. And if he don't want to do that, I guess there's no negotiation.
But I think that's kind of what, like when you're renegotiating your contracts and stuff, like what a lot of people do, they don't look out just for them. They look out for the future guy, because what you're supposed to do when your contract is up. So when you seen TJ Watt, I'm trying to remember who else was a defensive end who recently came up, because I know TJ Watt got paid. Henderson got a little bit more money. When you're up, you're supposed to reset the market for the next guy. That's what Lamar was trying to do. Once Deshaun got paid, he was trying to reset the market again as well. It wasn't going for that. That's why when you see these tags and these contracts going up, it's usually because a guy is trying to reset the market. It's like Jamar Chase. What he got paid, the next guy coming after him was probably going to get paid more.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, like the players often do, like the superstar players often do, Micah got his money, got traded to the Green Bay Packers. It's funny because we mentioned the Luka trade. Mm-hmm. This is where I'm going to put my tinfoil hat back on. Mm-hmm. Because when Luka got traded, the fact that there was really no bidding war, and he got traded to the biggest brand in the NBA with the Lakers. Yeah. Micah, the Packers are a pretty big brand in football.
Yeah,
the thing about that is
it's just funny how that the similarities.
I believe it was reported that David Mulugeta had a hand in the trade process as well.
Well, yeah, he's the agent.
Yeah, so that helps, and it's just looking at that Green Bay Packers team as like on an outside look. they look like they're set up to go pretty far in the playoffs, and even some people have them Super Bowl contenders. Because you have the defense with him, you have Micah on one side, you have Rashawn Gary on the other side. You have a solid secondary. You wish you had Jair Alexander back there still, but
McKinney's there.
But still, nonetheless, you have a solid. You still have a solid back end. With the offense, you have Jacoby. I'm trying to remember my son's name. The running back,
Josh Jacobs.
You still have Jordan Love. So you still have returning pieces. Your receiving core isn't what you want it to be, but it's still manageable.
I'm very high on that Matthew Golden kid.
Yeah.
I think that brings up a question of what makes a good team and what makes a great team.
That's the thing. Like, does this trade make the Packers a great team?
I think so. I think it
like a great you gonna take them in the NFC North over Detroit, who just won 15 games.
Yeah, because I felt like when they did play, I felt that they played them last playoffs or the playoffs before. It wasn't that far off. It wasn't a crazy blowout of a game. It was a fight for that game. And the thing about the Packers is they usually have solid teams, and they just usually missing like one or two pieces. I think they have the pieces that they need now.
It's the interesting thing to answer your question, Nikki, in today's NFL. Usually, the easiest question, what separates a good team from a great team, is if you have that guy at quarterback. Now, the Packers quarterback, Jordan Love, he had that standout rookie, well, not rookie, but his first year as a starter in 23, gets him to the playoffs. I remember that Packers team was the youngest team in the NFL. Went on that crazy second half run, and then they, funny enough, this is the funniest thing about that trade, the Packers Cowboys Micah Parsons trade. The Packers were the team, and we'll get to the documentary, the gambler and his Cowboys. We'll get to that documentary in a moment, and in the context of Jerry Jones. But it's funny that the Packers, the fact that you traded Micah Parsons to the Packers, a team that got in your way
and broke your heart.
Basically,
not just recent memory in 2023.
Yeah.
But we all remember the Dez Carter game in 2014 in Lambeau Field against the Packers.
Man, I wish I had a Cowboys fan up here. We know a couple of them.
Yeah, listen, man. TRB, by the way, I just want to get this off. TRB, the Recess Builder Network for Creators. Check out therecessbell.com if you haven't already. Follow us on socials at The Recess Bell. We get into it all there. Sports, music, pop culture, mental health even. We're very mental health conscious. We don't like to, bully people. We don't want to get in our bully pulpit.
I used to be a Cowboys fan.
You used to be a Cowboys fan?
I would say.
How am I just learning this?
I would say let's go back to Michael Irvin. Let's go back to Troy Aikman.
In the glory hole days.
I don't know who saved you. I don't know who saved you, but I think that person.
Wow, you was in there with
they made you see the light. They made you see the light
back when it was glory hole days.
Deion Sanders
was he got there. As we'll get to the documentary, he got there after he was on the team, the Niners, that beat the Cowboys in 1994.
And then he came 95. He's like, people labeled him kind of like a mercenary in a sense. It was like, you come in, you get Deion, you might win a championship.
Well, that's the point. We'll circle back to the Micah Parsons trade because we'll look at the entire NFL as the season starts on Thursday. Cowboys at the defending champion Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field.
Yes.
Man, we're going to get into we're going to break down, we got breakdown for every team coming up. So
Eagles fly.
You're going to get it from the experts real in a second later in the show.
As long as the Eagles give me my money, I'm good.
You got money on the Eagles on Thursday.
Of course. I'll be an idiot not to.
What's the spread on that game? Eagles
I don't even know. I gotta check.
I wonder what it was. If somebody can find out what it is. And
what it was?
Yeah, what it was before the Micah trade and what it is now, because I'm sure it went up several points.
Listen, we have Cowboys offensive line versus the Eagles defensive line.
That's going to be... I had this conversation with Eric, who you brought up Cowboys fans. Eric is the biggest Cowboys fan I know. And he was not happy with how you were trolling in the Recess Bell Discord, Kory.
So the spread is at 7.5.
7.5 for the Eagles.
Yeah,
wow. So they're expecting a quasi blowout.
BTA.
Yeah, when the spread's like over a touchdown.
You say I'm glad he was been out. Look,
Eric wasn't happy.
I wanted to go further. There was certain songs, certain parodies I wanted to play.
Well, I'm sure you'll catch up with him soon enough. So
Yes.
I was like this. If he's lucky because if he would have did that show on last Friday,
yeah, on the radio.
You remember I sent you some stuff to play on air.
He did. We had Devin, who's been on the podcast before. He was on the show. If y'all don't know, we do radio in New York. So catch up with that. The Recess Bell, you can find out all about it.
I was about to give them a plug.
Nah, no free pub. They didn't give us a sponsorship deal yet, so no free publicity. By the way, Kory, to that point, did you take that logo off that soda bottle?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'll one thing about Kory, I made sure to get him. He's a huge fan of an undisclosed soda brand. Every time he pulls up to the studios, he's like, "Oh, so y'all ain't got my Mountain Dew today?" Oh, I just said it. Damn, cut that. No free pub. Nah, shut it. No. All jokes aside, he's like, "Where's my Mountain Dew? Where's my Mountain Dew? Where is it? Where is it?"
Had to stop and get it.
Yeah, we finally to satisfy him for the long drive from Long Island to Jersey today.
I gotta hit my little Dion. I mean, certain talent needs certain amenities, to feel comfortable. I'm sorry,
Here
brother.
we go.
I'm sorry. You just got, I gotta feel right. I gotta, I look good, feel good. I podcast good.
So you need your Mountain Dew. You need your milk.
Yeah,
2%.
Get him some milk.
No, warm tea at a certain temperature. Warm tea at a
With
certain.
lemon and honey, or just
You gotta make sure. Me. You gotta make sure. Gotta make sure you can project well. Gotta make sure.
Pause.
Gotta make sure you can project well.
No doubt.
pause.
Yeah, like I said, we'll circle back to the Micah trade. We'll break down. We'll have breakdown for all 32 teams.
I'm trying to work filet mignon into my contract next.
Now we're pushing it.
You gotta stop.
I got the charcuterie board right there.
You gotta stop.
Or what was the Jets player on Hard Knocks called it? What do you call it? A charcuterie board?
Oh, God.
Hey,
I saw that. I'm like, yeah, maybe the Jets don't have the most intelligent players on their team. We call it a charcuterie board.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but that
The Jets.
that aside, yeah, we'll get into the Jets, Giants, all 32 teams. We're gonna get into a little bit. But this damn documentary, because it's funny. I thought originally, that's why, to be honest with you, I was shocked by the trade because I just thought that Jerry Jones was using the Micah Parsons negotiations as buzz and free publicity for this documentary that covers his entire process,
Right.
buying the Cowboys, owning the Cowboys, going from the past, the glory hole days of the 90s to today. So I thought he was just using that as like, okay, just like I did first, I thought he was doing the whole, I'm going to use it for publicity because Jerry Jones likes his attention now.
Yes,
True narcissist.
He does.
But he likes his attention.
Yes.
I thought he was just going to ride it out until like the last couple of days of the offseason, maybe on Wednesday, then maybe even Thursday morning. And then just like Dak last year and CD, he going to be like, all right, Micah, sign on the dotted line. Thank you for your service, for my publicity, for my documentary.
Because
we appreciate you for your service. Going along with it. That's why I was shocked by the
We as a society need to stop this Dallas Cowboys mind control. That they steal all the headlines on all these programs on whether it be ESPN. Like, why are we talking about the Dallas Cowboys so often? They're not America's team.
They used to be.
I mean, I hate this team. I'm not the biggest fan of this team, but the Patriots got more claim to being America's team. Patriots,
Is that because of Tom Brady?
No, because they won and they actually like the name.
It depends on how you're looking at it. Because if you're talking about the America's team moniker in terms of just on the field results, hell no.
That's mind control, brother.
But if you're talking about America's team and who gets discussed the most, which owner makes sure their franchise gets discussed ad nauseum, off-season, preseason, during the season, postseason, even though the Cowboys don't do nothing in the postseason, going back 30 years now, 30 years since the last Cowboys Super Bowl.
Who has all the money in the
why am I hearing anything about Dak Prescott in the middle of July? I would much rather prefer if you talked about Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, teams that are on the cusp of winning, actually winning Super Bowl.
This is what people don't get about how the media works. Because Kory, like you and so many others, like all of us in the room are like, how come the Cowboys, who have had no real prosperity, haven't even reached the NFC Championship game in 30 years now, 29, 30 years, whatever it is, how come they get talked so much? I don't like that. The reason why they get covered so much is because of people like us who don't shut up about, the Cowboys this, the Cowboys that. We feed into the hate machine, and that's why the media can't stop discussing it, because bad or good attention is attention that these news outlets cover.
And then this virus spreads because you got as many New York Giants and Jets fans as you had this small nugget of Cowboy fans who are from New York. You got Cowboys fans in almost every state, I feel like. And I'm like, they did it. They put this propaganda on in the 60s, the 70s. They just somewhat formed this cult where it's like people who are from not even from Dallas, they became fans of it, whether it be with Tom Landry or whether it be in the 90s. They just had, and then past that, they are still fans, even though they haven't won in close to 30 years.
I mean, remember what was covered in the documentary, which I appreciate. The Dallas Cowboys had the America's Team moniker. They had the America's Team nickname before Jerry Jones even bought them. Tom Landry built that. Yeah. With Roger Staubach and all them boys that won 2 Super Bowls in the 80s. Mm-hmm. That's where they got that moniker from. Jerry Jones just inherited it. Now, all credit due to Jerry Jones. I don't like giving him too much credit, but I have to give him his credit as a businessman, because it's funny. They got into it. Somebody said this on ESPN this past week with the Micah Parsons trade. Micah Parsons got paid. His contract was 4 years, $188 million. I believe $100 or $130 million was the exact number that Jerry Jones bought the team in the first place. Right. Mm-hmm. That was back. I mean, now every sports franchise goes for billions, not millions. But it's funny that Micah Parsons, like Dak and CD, got a higher contract than Jerry Jones even bought the team for a higher number. $100 million some odd was what Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for. So it's funny. As a businessman, I got to give him his credit. Because he really, that's the essence of business. If you can buy low on something that you believe in, and you can grow it into something astronomical.
Well, you think that's his focus on business, not winning?
To a detriment, absolutely.
Because imagine if Jimmy Johnson was still the coach and didn't leave when he did. Would Dallas be in a different bracket right now?
Maybe. They discussed that towards the end of the doc, the last episode. Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Charles Haley, they all got asked that question. Mm-hmm. And they was like, I don't know, maybe. Because Jimmy Johnson, all these damn J's. Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson, remember, before he came to Dallas, great coach at the University of Miami. And that was a team with Michael Irvin. It's all about the U. That's what they was doing. Iconic team.
Great coach, Miami. Good coach, Dallas. But why are people just forgetting that he coached the Miami Dolphins? Like, he did coach with Marino.
Jacksonville Jaguars too?
No, he didn't.
You know why I conflated that? Because remember Dan Marino's last game? Dolphins, Jaguars. Remember how bad Dan Marino was? Then that was Jimmy Johnson's biggest embarrassment as a head coach.
He was horrible with the Dolphins. So I wouldn't say necessarily you don't know if that Dallas could have carried this success on.
But it's a different cast of characters. I feel like Jimmy Johnson was the perfect coach to manage those personalities. Because remember when Barry Switzer got on board,
he was coming with a players coach. He was more chill.
Players coach Charles Haley loved him.
Yeah, everybody loved him.
But
the only person who didn't like him was Troy, and he liked Jimmy because he was more tough on his players, and he made sure that the players were more accountable for how they kept themselves together. Basically, kept themselves together, whether it be practice or whether it be in the game. Like if you can't play, the scene where he said the running back fumbled 2 times and he cut him. He was like. And
he would talk to them players crazy. By the way,
there's a kid who had asthma in training camp. And he said, go to the other field. I don't care if you have asthma. Go to the other field.
There's an anti-asthma field, I guess. Wow.
And
that's crazy.
They were still trying to debate on the Herschel Walker trade.
First off, my favorite quote.
That was the credit boy scene.
I don't know the name of the social media guy that put this statement out. But you know how crazy Herschel Walker is nowadays. My favorite quote all time about Herschel Walker, all you got to say about him is current state. he played football when the helmets were squishy.
Oh boy.
It's not the same
boy.
technology in the helmets now.
You know, people don't realize.
That's why
like,
he's so.
I understood why like they got that much for Herschel when that trade happened. Because I went back and watched film. If Herschel really wanted to, because he was a good running back, he could have positioned himself to be a tight end. Because he was that good out the backfield. Like he was a legit receiving threat out the backfield. So I see why they got that much. But when that scene came up, it was really, I call it the credit boy scene, because who wanted credit more?
Right.
You had Jimmy like, I put that together, and then you got Jerry like,
no.
Who you think really? I put that together.
And that goes back to the Barry Switzer thing, because this is what I always think about as a businessman. You always worry about because the head football coach, I know the owner, but in terms of the team, the football coach is really the CEO of everything. Mm-hmm. So when the CEO gets a little too friendly, and remember Barry Switzer was out there partying with them, the players. Right. When you put somebody in position that is not really a commander, they're more like one of the boys. Mm-hmm. That's when the Cowboys' mystique really started to shatter, because Michael Irvin got in legal trouble. Right. A lot of them players got in trouble off the field.
Yeah. Well, he said I can't dictate what they do off the field. If I tell them not to do it, they're still going to do it anyway.
And if you're Barry Switzer, how can you, if you're out there partying and on the dance floor with them, how do you think they're going to listen to you? And when you try to tell them some advice or tell them what to do, it's not
to that point. Don't think Jimmy wasn't letting Michael Irvin get away with a lot of stuff, because he had him in Miami when there was multiple incidents with Michael Irvin in Miami, and then he had him in Dallas. You think the White House just magically appeared when Barry Switzer got there? They probably had that house. They probably had that house.
The White House.
The White House. I go for it.
The current White House, now they get into their parties, and I'm sure they do a lot of crazy stuff in there.
But
too.
No, when I was watching that doc, like the one thing that was just like crazy, I don't know why I was fascinated with it. And it's just like each time they zoomed into this crack rock at least 5 times, and it was like this.
It was a big ass. That wasn't a crack rock. That was a stone.
I don't know why, but it looked like it looked like a crystallized seashell. I was just like, I was mesmerized by the look of it.
Yo, Michael Irvin, wild guy. They said in court, on court records, they said he liked to sprinkle his booger sugar into the cigars and the blunts. Yeah, I'm like, you got that like that, Mikey boy? You got that like that? Crazy like that? I was just like, wow.
The Dallas Cowboys were a wild bunch, and you know who was the lead reporter on them, right?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh, Skip Bayless.
Skip.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yo, I really want to know. Yo.
You don't even know what the wildest story that I think Skip put out was about Troy Aikman.
Yeah, hold. I to that point, I really want to know, before you get into that, just ponder this question on your mind before Kory gets into what he gonna say. I don't know how that weasel Skip Bayless found his way on that doc.
Well, he wrote books. He wrote many books on the Dallas Cowboys.
He followed that.
But he wrote some. If I'm Troy Aikman, and I'm like, if I'm Troy Aikman, and you wrote that about me, and you'll get into it, you're not gonna be in the same documentaries.
Wait, would you thinking I'm talking about the one where they claimed he was a racist?
Well, that was in the book, but I'm also talking about the rumor where they said he was gay.
Yeah, that's the exact one I was about to get into. Like, and then I remember he had to go on because Deion Sanders had his own program at the time, the Deion Sanders show, and they got into a whole little thing about this whole thing. Like, why would you say that about that man and you don't know that man? You had that whole thing.
He said, "I'm not gay, but
yeah, like people had. Yeah, the funniest thing is people don't realize that Skip covered like 2 major like sports teams. So he went from the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan to the Dallas Cowboys.
To that point, because people have really hyped up this documentary. Which one you giving the nod to? The Last Dance?
I give it to Last Dance because I felt it was more in detail. I felt as though the Dallas Cowboys doc only focused on a certain period of time with the 90s Cowboys. It showed you a little bit prior to it, but it don't show me that progression of that 25-year drought. I want more of that. I want to see I want to see more about the T.O. and Tony Romo dysfunction, because there was the dysfunction in there. I want to see stuff about the Jason Witten stuff. I want to see all of it, because it was multiple.
Well, the Last Dance didn't really cover Michael Jordan on the Wizards. It was a Michael Jordan doc.
Yeah, but no.
So they didn't really keep it 100.
It was focused. Right. It was focused on the Last Dance. So once the Last Dance was over, boom. Michael. That was basically his the Last Dance with that team.
You're doing the same thing we criticized before.
What?
Because if they didn't win, why we got to talk about Romo and Witten and T.O. and them? Well, who cares? They didn't win. What's their legacy?
I feel as though that's a big part of it.
I thought they covered it adequately.
Mm-hmm.
They just gave a little rundown, like, yo, Tony Romo, all the chokes. Tony Romo fumbling the snap on the game-winning kick in Seattle. Then you had them lose. The best Cowboys team in my mind since the 90s was that team in 2007. Remember before? Yes, before that playoffs. Remember 2007 was when the Patriots went undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone thought before the playoffs, oh yeah, pencil in Cowboys Patriots Super Bowl 42. Then the Giants, they choked that game. I'll give the Giants credit because they really put BTA on their way to that Super Bowl. But the Cowboys should never have lost that game. Remember, the Cowboys put BTA on the Giants 2 games that season.
It don't matter. We went to the Super Bowl, and what did we do? And they say in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. We beat the man not once but twice. Just want to point that out.
Shout out to that Giants team, but
Eli Manning is the only Manning we should be talking about this weekend.
Okay, well, now we're gonna get into we gonna get into Mr. Arch in a second.
He adopted.
We definitely gonna get into his lackluster debut in a moment, but. To the question I posed, Nikki, what would you give the nod to? Last Dance or America's Team?
I really enjoyed watching the beginning of the Cowboys America's Team era. I enjoyed it because, like I said, in the beginning, I was a fan of Michael Irvin. I was a fan of Troy Aikman, Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith. I felt like they made that team what it was. And even Charles Haley, he put
crazy motherfucker.
Charles Haley, wow.
Boy,
spin.
Charles Haley, What the documentary didn't even cover. They might have gotten to it. He was a menace in the locker room. He would literally.
I can say my daughter's name is Haley, so just keep that in your
named
mind.
After Charles Haley.
She a little crazy. He a little crazy.
Wild. Kind of wild. Yeah. To that point, Charles Haley would do some crazy stuff in the locker room. Mm-hmm. By the way, Micah Parsons got some crazy allegations when he was at Penn State. Not to air dirty laundry.
You talking about the dance? It was a little zesty. That dance was a little zesty.
No, I'm not even that. And there's also reports of like hazing. First off, if you've ever played college sports or professional sports, you know how the rookie/freshman hazing gets.
I don't think this should ever be like a hazing situation at Penn State, especially with their history. Sandusky.
Exactly my point. Where is people really be adding 2 and 2 together and getting 15? Because where's the I know a little time passed, but you should never have another hazing scandal in your lifetime as Penn State after the Jerry Sandusky stuff.
I just feel like to play any type of sport, you got to be a little bit of crazy.
A little. I 100% agree with that.
You know?
I think you.
So Charles, he has a pass.
Even the ones that try to be all buttoned up and like I'm a good old boy. I go to church on Sundays. I do this. I do that. I know you got some psycho in you because how did you make it all the way to the point?
Hey.
Make it to the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, especially that you got to be top 1%.
Even Deion, one of my favorite players. He got a wild side too. Like he admits that he admits to a lot.
You did you see, because obviously Deion, we're gonna get into Shedeur Sanders with the Browns in a moment. Shiloh, his other son, got cut from the Buccaneers.
With the regroup, we as Sanders men got to regroup.
Yes, Sanders men need to regroup.
That's crazy.
What a quote. That's an outstanding quote.
It's like, yo, we gotta get our shit together, baby. We gotta get back on the right path. Cause you losing, I'm getting cut. The only one who ain't getting talked about is Bucky.
You know, when I become a parent, I can't wait to rehash that text in the family group chat. we as Umahis need to regroup.
We gotta regroup.
We gotta lock in.
Isn't that a lot of pressure if you're the son or daughter of an athlete and you don't get to that same level that they are at or were at?
But sometimes it gets balanced out with nepotism.
Imagine being Jerry Rice's son and you don't get drafted by the 49ers and you get cut by the Chargers. Imagine being Terrell Owens' son, being on the practice squad of the 49ers. You couldn't even make the active roster.
Crazy.
I was going to say something so wild.
What?
You might as well say it. It's the recess bell.
I was going to say, imagine being Karl Malone's son. And you're like, you know, when you have a kid, it's like, oh, tell me the story of how I was born.
Which one? Which son? Because you know he had like two sons.
You know which son I'm talking about?
He had three. He had three.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Which you don't? Because he had two that made
the
it.
One that was birthed.
Okay.
With the young mother.
Maybe.
I really want to go in a time machine and really be like, how did the 90s let that slide?
Because you got that situation, and then you got the twin situation. You know about the twins, right?
Elaborate.
Karl Malone had twins at a young age. Like he had so you had the one that made it to the NFL with the young mother, right? But you also had twins that he abandoned, and one of them was Cheryl Ford. She made it to the WNBA, became for the Detroit Shock. She is basically his literal twin, but she has a twin brother. So she's like she is literally his twin, shoulders and everything. But he has his recent family whose son played. His son played, I think, offensive line at LSU. So, and I think he didn't make it far in the NFL. Made it
Speaking of hazing, if you really wanted to fuck with that kid, like, holy, can you tell us the story of how you were born? Like, I really want to know. That's crazy. And the fact that he actually made it to the NFL.
The craziest part about that is did you see Patrick Beverley's reaction to it recently?
I did, yeah.
With Patrick,
pure shock.
He's like this. Do you know what happened to Patrick with Karl Malone? He says, no, he's a great player, right? You don't know about that? He's like, when he found out, he's like, how did we let that happen?
Really clutched his pearls.
The only person who seems to have brought it up just off their own is Victor Wembanyama. He's just like, no. He's just like, he reposted. They said like the WNBA official Twitter said happy birthday. He said. He reposted, I forgot what gift he said. No!
Shout out Victor Wembanyama, and that serves my earlier point. How did we just like normalize Karl Malone? Like, he Hall of Fame ceremony, great player. Nobody talked about this stuff during the 90s.
Unfortunately, that Stockton and Malone pick and roll was just too beautiful. It was just too beautiful.
I mean, I can't dispute that. I'm just saying, like, it's not that beautiful to overlook statutory.
It was like
R word.
It was like, hey, he really is a bad person. But you see how he rolled to the basket?
You see that mailman dunk? Like, hey.
No, that's the worst. That's the worst signature dunk ever. Like,
it wasn't even some fly shit. It was like the mailman.
Like, he thought he was doing something with that.
Yo,
I ain't go front though. I was watching like the clips during the finals. And I was looking at what he was rocking. I have a lot. I did want a pair of LA Gears after watching some Karl Malone highlights.
Listen, if you win enough, anything that you do that's bad is usually forgiven.
Shouldn't be that.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. But it's unfortunate. But
should never be that.
I mean,
but I'm trying to. Where did we go off track with this?
Because I don't even remember. I was bringing up the 90s.
I think I brought
Charles Haley. No, Charles Haley. Yeah, that's the point I was getting to. Charles Haley would literally, to the point of that, literally go around the locker room, tearing people's towels off.
Yo, why do you
smacking his man parts on him and being like, "Who's your daddy?"
No,
like,
why
are you moving like that?
When Deion Sanders came?
No, the craziest part was when I forgot. It was like they was talking about Barry Switzer, and he was just they was talking about the incident that he had, and they was like show him in the locker room. And he's just like, he just points at a random like equipment manager. He says, "Yeah, he's a racist." I'm like, why would you just say that? Like, and then the guy and then they looked at him in the camera. I'm like, he looking like. I'm like, why would you do that?
When you're building a team, whether it's sports or business, you always got to have one crazy motherfucker.
You
though.
have to. That's what I'm saying.
It's necessary.
It just makes it
But
entertaining.
It keeps shit light.
You gotta be a special.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
There's a lot of bad, but you got to balance the good you get.
You
with
gotta
it.
be a special type of crazy when the 49ers, who were like the team of the 80s, just be like, "Oh, you want him? Bet we make that trade immediately."
Yeah, but then they brought him back.
Who they brought Charles Haley back?
Yeah.
I think that's when they got lost.
They traded him, and the Cowboys had him, and then after that, I don't know, 2 years later or something, the 49ers got him back because they saw his potential at that point. They're like, oh, we could get past his bad behavior and all that other stuff. Let's bring him back.
They were probably very upset when the Cowboys. Their first Super Bowl run. I mean, he was a big part of why the Niners didn't make it to
It must have been one of them like A/B situations where it's like, yo, we seen all the crazy you did on the Raiders, but yeah, we'll still take you. Still talented.
So we mentioning all the crazy motherfuckers. Antonio Brown, shout out.
Oh, come on.
Yo, who is running his Twitter account, bro?
I don't know.
In the spirit of journalism, the Recess Bell Recess Report gonna find out who running that Antonio Brown Twitter account.
Recess Bell Investigations.
Yeah, I know that's not Antonio Brown tweeting.
He was with Keisha Cole at one point, right?
Oh Lord.
And was like posting every conversation that they had through DM.
That was a wild. That was a wild time.
Choose better.
She's not on the right path.
Listen, all dollar signs ain't good. Dollar signs ain't all good signs sometimes. That's crazy, bro. But yeah, I'll give the nod to wrap it up. I'll give a slight edge to The Last Dance, but I'll give Jerry Jones credit and Netflix Sports credit. Fantastic documentary.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
They definitely dressed it up. Real
They
nice.
did. Listen, it's Jerry Jones' documentary, so they're not going to go into like why his team has been a complete failure the last 30 years.
Yeah.
They got into a little bit of it, but I mean, listen, and just to tie it all in a bow, once again, the Packers have been one of the main adversaries of the Cowboys, and just like the Mavericks Lakers with Luka going to LA, the fact that you traded this megastar, Luka and Micah. You traded these megastars, not superstars, megastars. Micah Parsons probably, for my money, the best defensive player in the NFL. I know there's a debate there. Well, we'll get into that debate later, but
I wouldn't go that far.
Definitely top three. So the fact that
top three defensive players,
yes,
top three defensive players. So we putting him over Taylor.
Yes, Trey Hendrickson.
Yes. Trey Hendrickson, who led the league in sacks.
Only person I'll put above him is probably as far as pass rushers is Myles Garrett. TJ Watt.
TJ Watt, yes, deserves to go way before. Like TJ Watt is way more disruptive than Micah Parsons.
That's the disgusting thing, by the way, about both those trades. The fact that you traded each of those guys to teams that's going to be directly in your way. But secondly,
and second, team that you will have to play very soon.
Yeah, week 4, I believe that game is on primetime Sunday Night Football, so that works perfectly for us fans to see that.
And if the Packers win, I will be posting in the Recess Bell Discord to. I don't know if I'll ping somebody or at somebody, but maybe.
I forgot the point I was going to make. I had a number 1 and a number 2. Number 1, they got traded to teams that were going to be directly in their way. Oh, I remember now. The fact that you traded both of those guys, the city of Dallas traded both of those guys before their prime. At the time, Luka was 25, and Micah at the time of this trade was 26. How do you just unload a guy? The Luka thing is crazier still to this day, even in my opinion, because he just took your ass. He took the Mavericks to the finals. Traded him not even a calendar year later. At 25 years old. Athletes' primes, you're usually looking at 27 to 32 nowadays. Right. The fact that you got off both those guys before the Dallas fans, the Dallas sports fans, even saw them at their best is fucking inexcusable.
Yeah.
And Josh,
there's no way around it.
Josh,
disgusting trades.
You have a conspiracy theory. You know how you put your conspiracy theory hat on?
Yeah, my tinfoil hat.
I got mine.
Well, put it on. Look at the camera. Put it on.
Okay.
Fix it up right.
All right. So Dallas loses Luka, get the first overall pick in the NBA draft. Dallas wins, gets the first overall pick in the WNBA draft.
If there was an NFL draft lottery, I guarantee you they would be like, here you go.
I'm just saying.
Trade Micah.
If Dallas winds up with 1, Oh, if Dallas winds up with one, and a certain quarterback in Texas goes there, I wouldn't be shocked.
Man, I still can't believe
I
that
don't know
shit,
about that
man.
conspiracy.
City of Dallas, listen.
My heart is not with
Yeah.
you.
Don't listen to him. All right, he's just a hater. I pray for the unfortunate. I pray for the less fortunate. City of Dallas.
Why don't you pray for the Falcons then?
City of Dallas.
You wouldn't be opposed to cheering for the Falcons, right? The team of Atlanta. You wouldn't be opposed. You don't have any opposing views or opposing teams you root for, right?
City of Dallas, you in my prayers, man. I really feel for y'all. I could not imagine losing not one but two generational talents in less than a calendar year. I get it. People love to hate y'all. People love to get y'all day jokes off on y'all. I understand it. Just know you in my prayers. Because if it was me, I probably would have offed myself.
It'd be like going from Drew Brees to certain quarterbacks that don't even matter. It'd be going from the Saints who were
listen, man, I ain't no bandwagon.
Super Bowl contenders.
I ain't no bandwagon. It's still who that nation. It's still who that nation. I don't care if it's Spencer Rattler, who's the starting quarterback. I don't care if it's Tyler Shuck and Jive. I don't care. It's still who that nation, blood in, blood out. I don't care what this nasty hater got to say. You can't affect my fandom.
I'm a Giants fan.
No, I'm just saying you love to hate on the New Orleans Saints. It's all good. Listen, in our glory hole days, we had Drew Brees and all them win the Super Bowl. I mean, listen, it's the 20-year anniversary of Katrina.
Boy.
I mean, the Saints ain't gonna be good this year. I know it. We're gonna be one of the worst teams in the NFL. But can you at least win the first home game 20 years after Hurricane Katrina?
Listen, can we just pray for the Jets, please?
You got the Jets. I don't know why you got that Jets green on. It looks very nice on you. I'm not gonna lie. It suits you very nicely.
Josh,
thank you.
But on the field,
Josh,
it's not a good green to be wearing.
Josh, you know what dance this is?
Kory?
Do that funky chicken?
No, that's the Dirty Bird.
I can't even respect what Kory's doing, because why would you wear such a hat associated with loserdom? Listen, you can say whatever about the New York Mets in baseball, but at least they got some championships to their name. The Falcons are a complete joke. Up 28-3 in the Super Bowl and lose. Why would you support that?
I'm just a less fortunate team. A less fortunate team.
Oh, so you're gonna pray pray for the Falcons. I'm sure plenty of people have been praying for the Falcons. But clearly no prayer can save them.
Good question. Who would you rather
There's no salvation coming for the Atlanta Falcons.
Who would you rather have right now? Spencer Rattler, or Michael Penix Jr.?
Oh, you learned how to pronounce his name. How did you pronounce his name before?
Michael Penix Jr.
Nah, you said it differently last year.
I've never said it any other way.
Really?
You got proof of that?
Why are you lying?
Oh boy!
If you check out somewhere on the Recess podcast
no case.
feed,
if you have no proof,
man, I'm a clip. When this episode publishes, I swear to God, I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna throw it right in the video, bro. you don't want to.
And then guess what? Just for pointing out, this man knows how to use AI. So if you see anything that doesn't sound like it's me, it's AI.
This is the bad thing about how fast AI is growing, because it lets shameless motherfuckers like Kory be like, at any time, oh, that wasn't me, that was AI. You got the fake stuff out on me. Shameless.
It's crazy out here.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Have the Falcons ever won a Super Bowl?
No, they have not.
I'm just.
But you know who have
Falcons Super Bowl.
I'm talking about. Do you know who have? Do you know who
That's
have,
a good one,
do you know
Nikki.
who have won a Super Bowl? The New York Football Giants.
Yeah, listen. And we'll use this to segue into some of our NFL conversation. The Giants are getting a lot of positive buzz for the first time in the preseason in years, because it's not just the generational pass rusher out of Penn State. Since we're talking about Micah,
Abdul Carter,
you got one of those guys in Abdul Carter. I believe he's going to have a great career. Hopefully the Giants won't trade him before the end of his rookie deal.
Wow.
Hopefully.
I think his rookie year will be his best because of the fact you have Kayvon Thibodeau and you have Brian Burns. So what you
forgetting the big boy in the middle.
And Dexter Lawrence.
That's the one we should be talking about.
But it allows him to get a lot of one-on-one situations.
Hot take. I think the Giants lead the league in sacks this year.
Ooh.
I think they that good up front. I think they that good.
Only problem is though, is the secondary. Will it hold up? Will it hold
Well,
up?
you signed my boy from New Orleans, Paulson Adebo.
Mm-hmm.
He be getting fried. So good luck with that. he be getting get ready for a lot of when they throw Paulson Adebo's direction. Get ready for a lot of yellow on the field.
Don't worry. We bringing back Jabril Peppers.
Oh,
I'm just curious how Russell is going to do. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Mr. Sierra is going to
Mr. Sierra,
he will have a solid 4 games, and then we will put in our
you giving
future.
him 4 games?
So we give him 4 to 3 games.
You that high on Mr. Dart?
I like Dart. I like Dart.
Jackson Dart is. I'll tell you one thing.
He got that swag. You know,
For any Giants fans that was afraid that y'all drafted Daniel Jones Jr., I think Daniel Jones ain't never looked that good in preseason. Now I know it's preseason, so pump the brakes a little bit, but he looked great.
He did. I want to see more, and I think that when you have the team rallying behind you, you have Malik Neighbors giving you his sign of support.
I
think that goes a long way.
Monster sophomore year, and ain't no sophomore slump coming from Malik Neighbors. Now Malik, if you make me look bad. You know, don't say I jinxed you. Don't make me look bad. Now I'm giving you a lot of props because he had one of the best rookie wide receiver seasons ever with terrible quarterback play.
Yeah.
So you give him a Russell Wilson who, for better or worse, this version of Russell Wilson, I still believe he gonna give you 2 or 3 beautiful deep balls a game.
Right.
But one thing
Like that one he threw in preseason was
even with the Steelers, it's just like those. It's just those little mistakes that he do make that might cost you. Like when he played against Baltimore last year and he had that crucial fumble where he doesn't have that crucial fumble at the goal line, they probably win that game.
Well, that's where the defense got to help the offense. That's the beautiful thing about team sports in the NFL, especially. You know, offense helps the defense by, you want to have long drives offensively, keep your defense rested and off the field.
One watches the other.
It all feeds into the other. So the Giants defense, if you can keep the offense from playing from behind too much, that's got to be the formula. Because and by the way, this is how it, like I said, it all feeds together. On the other side, if the Giants offense can put enough points on the board, get ahead in games, then you could sick Burns, Thibodeau, Carter, Dexter Lawrence, just free reign to the quarterback. Remember, that's the strategy. I am not saying by any means the New York Giants are going to win the Super Bowl this year, but that was the formula in 2007 and 2011.
What?
You got out to leads and you just let that pass rush.
Strahan,
Umahi, later Pierre Paul. Go get them.
We have pretty good seasons when you least expect it. I'm just going to point that out.
I mean, listen, if I'm not going to say the Giants make the playoffs because I'm still relatively high on the Cowboys in terms of maybe getting second place behind Philly.
Well, you said who?
The Cowboys.
Getting where?
Second place in the
they will be finished. They will be finishing 3rd or 4th.
I mean, the only reason they finished, I can't believe you got me sticking up for the Cowboys right now. But the only reason they sunk as far as they did last year was they was hurt.
I got Washington, Philly at the top.
I didn't even mention Washington yet. They made it all the way. Talk about shocking teams.
Yeah, but you said that too. You gonna have Washington at 3rd?
No, I'll have Washington second.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah, I'm bugging.
You bugging. And then
I thought you just said
I think
I lied.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to make, like I said, I'm praying for Cowboys fans. I'm trying to make y'all feel better. All right, but yeah, y'all are not finishing above the Commanders.
And then
NFC East.
I mean, I'm also trying to figure out how Aaron is gonna make it on the Steelers.
With the Steelers, yeah. You know what?
If he's gonna stay in the game more than 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
With let's transition to that point, Nikki. So we started NFC East. Kory, what are your NFC East predictions?
NFC, this is realistically, I think it shapes out to Philly, Washington. It's kind of tough because I do want to say
you definitely want to say the Giants.
I want to say the Giants. You know what? I'm going. You know, I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna go Giants finish 3rd. Cowboys finish 4th.
If the Cowboys finish last in the division,
I'm gonna stand on it because I think that you're gonna have a lot. I think CD might have to be solid, but I think you're gonna have a lot of dysfunction in that offense with George Pickens.
Somebody made the comparison. We'll move on to this team's division in a moment, but the Cowboys are basically going to be last year's Bengals. They gonna score the ball, boy. And I like much like Chase Brown broke onto the scene with Cincinnati. I think they have this kid Jaden Blue. in Dallas that I might hit the scene running.
Okay.
But they're basically going to be last year's Bengals. Just, score a lot of points and just pray to God that the defense going to show up enough to win some games. Bengals went 9-8 last year. I think that's probably where the Cowboys' best case scenario might wind up. I really like the Giants. Like, I'm not going to pick them to make the playoffs, but I like their formula. I think Brian Dable, whether it's Russell Wilson or maybe Jackson Dart finishes the season,
Right.
a la Eli Manning taking over for Kurt Warner in 2004, I think that you might see that because they're really talking about this Dart kid. Like, he's surpassing everybody's expectations, not just fans, but the coaching staff.
What was he, like, first round pick?
First round pick, 25 out of Ole Miss. Remember, Giants fans like Kory are still traumatized by the Daniel Jones era. And the one time Daniel Jones was worth a damn, y'all wind up having to give him in his contract year $160 million.
That was all Saquon Barkley. He made certain people look good. I call it the not Ryan Mallett. I was about to say Tannehill, the Tannehill effect. Because remember when Tannehill had Derrick Henry in the backfield and he could just do those play actions off of that? That's somewhat how he relied on it with Saquon, where he did a lot of play actions, read options, and it centered on Saquon, and so you lost focus of Daniels.
It's such an intriguing. It's more intriguing, that division, than people think. Now, that division is always like my favorite division in the entire NFL is the NFC East because it's just pure hate. Eagles hate the Cowboys. Cowboys hate the Giants. Giants hate the Commanders, and so on and so on.
Enough,
they all hate each other.
My favorite division out of all of them has to be the AFC North because that's real beef.
We gonna get to them in a moment, but and the Steelers, like Nikki brought up, but we got Steelers at Jets. Week 1 next Sunday, so we gonna get Aaron Rodgers return to MetLife right off the bat.
Crazy.
What you think?
You got two teams. You got Fields going against his former team and the Steelers.
Yeah,
remember they didn't even look at him as a quarterback. They looked at him as just a running threat last year. They said, "Hey, when Russell went on 3rd or 4th down, hey, you come in and you do your little running thing."
Nikki, what's your hopes on the Jets this year?
I really hope they can bring it.
So we hoping for 4 or 5 games.
I'm definitely gonna try to go to the game because I want to see
the first game.
I think I probably want to see how Aaron is gonna be, even though he's for the opposite right now at this point. But he knows the Jets plays.
Yeah, but it is a new coach in there, so how different will it be? My thing with the Rodgers Jets thing is like sometimes like you have exes that you was through it all with. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets was a little situationship. Like it wasn't really like
it was like a short.
Y'all had a little cup of coffee.
Yeah, basically we sat down, had a cup of coffee, and then he got injured, his Achilles and all that stuff happened. But the thing is, I was saying that he knows how the Jets kind of operate in a way, so he might use that to his advantage.
He one thing about Aaron Rodgers, he's another one of those real characters in terms of athletes, but one of the smartest quarterbacks ever.
I really thought he was going to retire, honestly.
I think I'll talk about the AFC East for a moment. I'll say this about the Jets. They won 5 games last year. They went 5-12. I think if the Jets, it's going to sound pathetic, but if the Jets match that win total, but I mean, we all know that culture in the NFL in the locker room makes everything. Yes. So year 1 with the new head coach, Aaron Glenn, if you match that win total, but you have a clear culture that is set, players not, thinking they above the team. They really play hard, they play physical, and they play with that fire. And they keep every game, like they're not getting bitched out there on the field.
Right.
They keep it close every game. You might lose a lot of games because you don't have the experience, especially with Fields. You're trying to figure out, okay, can you be a franchise quarterback? Because this is really just a show me season.
Right.
And they gave him a good contract, but it's really like Jets fans are going, look, is Justin Fields a guy we can build with? He hasn't really gotten that chance yet. So if the Jets, again, if you win like 5-6 games, but a clear culture is set and you're like, okay, you walk away from the season at the end and you're like, no, this Aaron Glenn, like we got something. This head coach, this program, now we got something. We not a joke. We not drama queens on the field.
Right.
We not cutting headlines and making TMZ and being on the Pat McAfee show. Shout out. Off the field, like a clear culture of accountability and playing hard. That's the best thing a Jets fan could wish for, because now you got something to build with.
Right.
The Jets ain't had nothing to build with season to season for the longest time. Since Rex Ryan was there.
Listen, I'm just hoping that they can make it to the end. I mean, I want to see them win a Super Bowl during my lifetime.
In your lifetime, but not happening anytime soon. At best, at best, you could hope for 4 or 5 games this year.
Okay.
4 or 5 games this year. That's what you could hope for. And then
at least we did make it to win.
You knew who
Falcons didn't.
You know who
exactly.
You know who you should be hoping for? This season don't go as well. You start building up pieces, and then next year you try to get that kid Sellers out of South Carolina. That kid is a problem.
Oh, you're already talking drafting. Okay.
Yeah, the Jets are gonna have a win total. Like I said, it's all about how they look.
Mm-hmm.
Are they playing hard? I believe they will, because Aaron Glenn is that guy, came over from Detroit as the defensive coordinator. Used to be a Saints defensive coach. So I know how he rolls. He don't play around.
Lions got a lot of their coordinators snatched up. But what's the name? What was the head coach before Glenn? Trying to remember his name. It was 49ers defensive coordinator.
Mr. All Gas, No Breaks.
What do you got?
Mr. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Robert Saleh.
He came from a pretty successful program with the 49ers, had one of the number 1 ranked defense, and then he comes to the Jets and it's just all down here.
No, you're misremembering it a little bit. Because before the whole reason Aaron Rodgers came to the Jets was because Saleh, wow, look at that defense. They're so young. Sauce Gardner, wow, they really play hard on defense. Wow, they got this kid, Garrett Wilson. They got boys on offense, Breece Hall. That's the entire reason Rodgers came through. Like, wow, I can do something with these young guys.
Right.
But that Rodgers and his ego, whatever it was, did not mesh well with Saleh, and it all fell apart. But Saleh did build something. He built a little something with the Jets.
They built something, but they didn't go far with it.
Yeah.
They won a couple of games. I don't think they were even in playoff contention.
No, they weren't, but they clearly, that's what I'm saying. If the Jets build something again, when Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson have big seasons.
It's kind of hard to just keep building, my brother.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, listen, that's a Jet scenario.
I hope Breece Hall at least gives me some fantasy points.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's going to have a big bounce back here. I think so. But the AFC East, as we move on.
I think the Bills got that on lock. I think it's going to be Bills.
You think Bills?
Who's going to be the second best?
Wow.
I want to say
Patriots or Dolphins?
I want to say Dolphins. I want to say Dolphins. I think Jets will finish third. I think.
Probably.
I think Jets will probably finish third.
You got the Patriots fourth.
I got the Patriots fourth.
I was going to say the Dolphins. I don't think they get.
I don't think they get it together, especially with a new coach. Who's bringing his even though he was a former Patriot, he's bringing a whole new different type of feel for it, especially them releasing Jabril and them just feel like they're going a different route of offensively and defensively.
I think the Dolphins, because what we're talking about coaching, like the Barry Switzer thing, not to this degree, but Mike McDaniel, the head coach for the Dolphins.
I think he should be on the hot seat this year.
I think because he's kind of a dork. Like, let's be real.
I mean,
he can't speak in complete sentences in the press conference. Like, he's kind of a dork. Like, let's be real. He's NFL logic.
I like him though.
I don't know if because Tyreek Hill's already like. I don't think Tyreek Hill respects him.
I mean, but you gotta understand though. Like the team could be somewhere, but got a quarterback with he touched his head touched Matt. He throwing up gang signs.
Look at you, look at you. You got that Falcons hat on, and all of a sudden you speaking coulda, woulda, shoulda, because that's all they are. You talking the same thing with the Dolphins.
But no, I'm saying if
you trust Mr. Gang signs, like you say, all due respect to Tua, you expect him to stay healthy enough?
I'm saying when he's healthy, like the Dolphins are a legit team.
Again, Falcons hat. If that's all y'all be talking. If was a fifth, we would all be slammed, bro.
If they would have ruled pass interference on a certain catch against New Orleans, ifs, right?
See, this is how petty he is.
Wow,
He's how petty he is because he points to my biggest moment of misery as a fan, and he gonna bring that up. Because as a Giants fan, all you've had is misery. With all due respect, the last couple of years. So I mean, misery loves company. I get it.
But we got two Super Bowls in the 2010s and 2000s. I'm sorry. I'm happy.
Wow.
I'm happy. we had entertaining play. What happened to Michael Thomas? What happened to that guy? You paid him all that money. What happened? Ah, shucks. Nothing.
I was about to say the same thing about Juan Soto, but never mind.
You mad as hell you lost Juan Soto, by the way. You still mad. Both of y'all mad. Y'all just mad. Wah. Juan Soto.
Who that?
Having a great... Yo, I remember...
Just
As
saying.
we segue off into baseball for a little bit. I remember people was like, oh, Juan Soto. Hell, look at him with the Mets struggling. Look at him now. He had a grand slam today.
That was today,
He got 34 home runs.
but he was
One
better
of the best
on
players in
Yankees.
baseball this year. This is his down year.
He was better on the Yankees. Just saying.
Okay.
Yankees lost to... last we saw the Yankees, they
Just-
lost in Chicago.
Stop
too.
hating. Stop
I'm
hating.
just,
White Sox?
you know,
You see, when we get on him, he's like, he got to deflect.
You know,
He gotta
'cause when I hate, it's for a reason. You just hate...
deflection.
You just hate... when I hate,
Who-
it makes sense.
Who that said they're gonna beat them? Everybody. Everybody this season.
Like I said, man, it's like I said. I got the chain backwards. Damn. Nobody told me. That's messed up.
You got
Listen,
you got the cross behind it too, right?
Yeah,
You
because I'm
need-
going to be praying
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
need
you're
this
gonna
shit.
need that.
for the best.
You're gonna need that for the Mets.
AFC East as we move forward. I think that the Bills got it again. I like the Patriots. I think Drake May is going to have a big sophomore year.
I do like so.
They got that kid Travion Henderson.
Let me try to see if I can number it.
Beast.
So we got Patriots. Maybe
I don't like the Dolphins at all.
between the Bills and the Jets. It's a toss up for me, honestly.
They still got offensive. They still got the.
You that low on the
Dolphins
Bills?
have to be like.
You were that low on Mr. Haley Steinfeld and the Bills?
I really like the Bills. I got Josh Allen on my roster too for fantasy.
Well, that's good.
So
He always going to hold it
I
down.
mean,
I snatched up.
can't hate
I
too
snatched up
much.
Lamar in a couple of my other fantasy leagues.
Of course you do. What are you drafting, like second round?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
dang.
That's a reach.
I gotta go get my guy.
Did you stretch before that reach?
No, I gotta go get my guy.
Okay,
I'm still trying to figure out why the guy in my league has 4 quarterbacks.
that's actually
I'm
like,
like,
Yeah, that's kind of
he needs to
crazy.
be locked up.
Yeah.
That's a crime against God.
I'm like, why?
What's the guy from your team? What's the guy from the Saints that plays all the positions?
Taysom Hill.
Unless it's Taysom Hill, then yeah, it don't make no sense to have all those quarterbacks. Taysom Hill is the best quarterback on the Saints. That won't be probably starting. That's crazy.
Let's
What?
transition to the AFC North before
The best division.
I think if I make this
There's
prediction,
only one team that should be number one.
like the Steelers. I think Rodgers is going to give them enough to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, I'm a Joe Burrow guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Ravens. If it is not the Ravens' year this year, it's never going to be their year.
I mean,
I'm
the Ravens always.
torn. I'm torn with the Bengals because of Jamar Chase.
How so?
He's good.
He's great.
No,
And I got him.
In fantasy.
Yeah.
Talking about my thing about that is when you look at the teams, Baltimore from an offensive and a slight defensive because the defensive line isn't what it once was. They still have Marlon Humphreys.
But they always are top 3 in sacks.
Yeah, but they, no.
regardless of how it looks.
Yeah, but no, they still have. But it's not like how it once was, where you have guys like Terrell Suggs and all those guys coming off the edge.
No, obviously.
You have Aldawe, who he really hasn't lived up to his status as a first round draft pick. You have a bunch of guys who necessarily aren't up there per se. Kyle Van Noy is probably your best pass rusher, and he's on the other side of 30.
Yeah, it's not great to be your best pass rusher.
But I still say the secondary looks solid. You still have Kyle Hamilton. You have the new kid, Malachi Starks. You have Wiggins. Still have Marlon Humphreys, and you just get Jair Alexander. So your secondary should be solid compared to what you had last year. And then with the offensive side, with the additions of DeAndre Hopkins, you still have Bateman. You still have Flowers. You still have those weapons, and then you include some of the young guys that you brought up, and then their running back room, they have a lot of depth behind Derrick Henry because it's not just Derrick Henry. You have multiple guys like Hill. You got this new kid Ali. They have guys in the backfield.
Were you picking them to finally win the Super Bowl again?
I have them in the AFC Championship. I think they'll win the division. I have Bengals second. At the Bengals second, I have Steelers third. I have Cleveland.
The Bengals defense. The Bengals are essentially the Drew Brees Saints teams after the Super Bowl that had that number one offense every year, but that defense was 32 ranked or 32nd ranked.
Yeah,
1 year, 32nd ranked the next year, every single year.
Their offense.
I have the MVP coming down to three people: Lamar, Burrow, or Pat.
I think if the Bengals won more games, it was going to be hard to deny Burrow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The
no,
MVP.
that's just how I think Cleveland probably be a dumpster fire. I don't know what's going.
Well, let's not forget T. Higgins.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you.
Your boy.
I think
Perfect timing,
I think what's gonna happen is Joe Flacco's gonna lose a couple of games, and they'll probably put in Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel will lose a couple games. Shador will get in. Shador will lose a couple games. You don't know who's going to possibly do what at the position. So in the next year's draft, they'll probably be drafting a quarterback in the first round with their first round picks that they got from Jacksonville.
People calling the Shador coverage the new Tebow coverage.
It kind of is. No, because you don't know, because you got Tim and then you have Arch, who's overhyped like crazy.
We'll get to Arch, no doubt. I think I agree more so. I think that's going to be the division where we see 3 playoff teams. I think the Steelers Mike Tomlin never has a losing record. So, and he actually got, albeit it's an over the hill quarterback, it's Aaron Rodgers still. I mean, he's going to do enough to get the run game in order. I mean, DK Metcalf, we'll see how that connection works out. We'll see. I think that's going to be the 3 playoff teams. Let's go NFC North now. Obviously, the Packers got Micah. We had this conversation a little earlier. Kory, you like the Packers over Detroit, you said? In the NFC North?
I don't like them flat out to win it. I like Detroit to win it, but I think the Packers will make the playoffs, and I think it'll be a situation where the Packers beat. I think it'll be a situation where the Packers beat the Lions in the playoffs.
I would love to see that playoff matchup.
It'll be an exciting one.
I think Jordan Love, by the way. I think he has a bounce back season in his own right.
So it's the NFC North, right?
Yeah.
NFC North, I have Detroit, Packers, Minnesota, because I don't know how this guy JJ McCarthy is going to be. So it's going to be improving. Even Jefferson is kind of shaky on the possibilities of this rookie quarter. I mean, I still say he's a rookie because he doesn't get to play his actual rookie year.
Jefferson's had a hamstring problem in
Chicago. I'm sorry.
Preseason.
That part.
You think Chicago's finishing last?
Yeah, Chicago's finishing last.
They got a
Justin
lot
Fields?
of hype.
And
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams and not just Fields. The Chicago Bears have the unfortunate luck of drafting another quarterback.
You think that the Bears have gotten a lot of hype because they bring in Ben Johnson, that guy from Detroit, the phenom offensive coordinator who did great work with Detroit. All those trick plays that you saw.
But guess what? Jared Goff is a sensible quarterback. Caleb Williams, I'm sorry, when you have ass as a quarterback, you just have ass.
You think Caleb Williams is ass?
Yes, I do.
I don't believe that. Caleb is ass.
Caleb is ass.
$$ ass. Butt cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's butt cheeks.
Booty cheeks.
I think he's gonna have a nice sophomore bounce back. He's actually you got to remember what he dealt with last year. He had the biggest idiot head coach in Eberflus. That Thanksgiving game. Oh, I have a timeout, but hey, I'll just let my players scramble around and try to figure it out. And the whole game's over. He had an idiot head coach, and then the offensive coordinators don't even get me started. So I think Caleb Williams now with some structure got DJ Moore, Dunze. I love the rookie tight end they picked up, Loveland. They're not going to finish. I think I'll pick them over the Vikings. The Vikings won 14 games, yeah, but we got to see. We haven't even seen JJ McCarthy yet. If the Bears finish last, I'll say this: if the Bears finish last, it ain't going to be a normal last place. They'll win like 8-9 games.
Did you see this post recently?
What is this?
Saints, they alternative.
Kory, can you take the Saints stick out your mouth for 1 second?
I'm just just
relax.
This is crazy attire.
I get it. Like, okay, we're gonna be ass. We're gonna be booty cheeks.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about this fit because this is a throwback to when early 2000s when I forgot Michael Vick cousin was the quarterback. Number 2, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. That was so long ago. But yeah, the all gold jerseys is kind of wild.
It is, but hey, it's going to be a bad year. You got to keep the fans engaged somehow. Let's go to the NFC West. Let's do it that way. You got the Rams, 49ers, Cardinals, and the Seahawks. I like each of those teams in their own right.
I probably got a weird line of who I got.
Well, let it rip.
I got the Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, and 49ers.
Wow.
Well, what makes you so high on the Cardinals?
I think
they're a universal last place finish by a lot of fans' minds.
No, I think they're gonna have a solid season. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is gonna bounce back this year. You still have a solid run game that can get you some points. Kyler Murray, I think he will have a solid season, and that will just be enough for them. I like the cornerback that they drafted in the draft. He's one of those guys that, from what I've seen on tape, has the potential to have proved that he was the best cornerback in the draft over Travis Hunter.
All right, bro. That's all I got. We'll see how it shakes out for you.
Okay. Who do you?
I agree with the Rams first place. I am extremely high. Not extremely high. I'm pretty high on Seattle. I think they're bringing Darnold over. You know, I like their defense. They got a very underrated defense. Mike McDonald, former defensive coach for the Ravens. That Seahawks defense was making plays last year. Shout out Kobe Bryant. Not that one. Shout out cornerback Kobe Bryant from the Seahawks. Yeah, it's funny that he's not the only kid I've seen named Kobe.
No. Did you see over this weekend in college football? There was a kick returner for Fornham. Name is Devin Hester Jr., but he's not related to Devin Hester.
That's disgusting. That's actually gross.
And he's a kick returner.
That's disgusting. 49ers is an interesting one. Listen, they have Brock Purdy back healthy. They're Brandon Ayuk's down. Robert Saleh, I believe, is back as a defensive coach.
Don't they have Christian McCaffrey or no?
Their receiver core is straight buns though.
McCaffrey, I think, has a nice. But remember, they traded for
McCaffrey ain't been he ain't gonna be the same.
I was gonna say, is he even back?
No, he's back, but he's not the same. I believe he had like Achilles tendonitis.
He
something
had
like
something
that.
Last season
Something in
he
his
played
Achilles.
That's why I didn't draft him.
I learned my lesson.
I drafted his nasty ass first overall.
Yep,
what did I get for it?
Sure did. I was first pick too.
Yeah, that's where he was universally going. Now they trade for Brian Robinson Jr. I guess he's the goal line back. They'll take a little pressure off McCaffrey. I like the Rams, though. It depends. Matthew Stafford's had this weird back injury, this mysterious back injury this offseason. So I don't know how healthy he is. But if he is healthy, they have Devontae Adams now. Adams and Nakua is I don't think people understand how crazy a wide receiver tandem that is. Nakua and Devontae Adams. Even on the Jets, I know the Jets were the ha-ha team last year, but I thought Devontae Adams, when he played, had a great season. He was pretty on par with what he's done in his career. Not too far off.
He was good for me, at least.
Yeah, and he's a number 2 guy now in your offense as far as receivers. They have Kyron Williams. Sean McVay, as much as I hate the Rams for what Kory was trying to talk about with the no call in the NFC Championship, the infamous no call a few years ago. I do like the Rams. I have to give them credit. Seahawks, I might pick second, bro. I love what Seattle's doing. I was thinking the same thing. I think the Niners are a little over the hill. I think this is going to be the year where it's the year before the rebuild or the retool.
I was going Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, and Cardinals.
I love this. I like what the Seahawks are doing. It all depends. Is Sam Darnold... Is Sam Darnold really that guy? Because, great year last year, Minnesota, great job. Won 14 games. But some people are calling it, contract year. Had a great offensive coach in Kevin O'Connell. Are you really that guy? You got the money. You got to show it now. But I think he'll do enough to get them to the playoffs. AFC West.
Well, money talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah, exactly.
AFC West, you have the Chargers.
First off, before we even get into that, shout out the happy engaged couple.
Oh,
you hear, Kory?
The
Let's just say
Swifties?
Travis-
Should we call it the Kelseys or the Swifties?
They gotta map that out in the marriage document, but the future marriage document. But oh man, I'm so happy for Travis Kelce.
She's gonna hyphenate Taylor Kelce Swift. Or Swift Kelce.
Maybe they'll just keep. Usually see these superstar couples. They usually just keep their last name.
Yeah.
Or maybe Travis will change his last name.
Probably. I have a question.
I'm just saying.
Because the timing of the engagement is funny. Do you think that if the Chiefs would have won that Super Bowl last year, he would have proposed on the field? This proposal happening before the season. I really believe that, bro.
Maybe.
100% believe so. Like the
Eagles took away his fairy tale moment. Wow.
Listen, Taylor has a new album coming out on October 3rd.
Ah, well, there you go.
And I'm like, okay, shotgun wedding, or this is driving people to talk about her. Oh, let's get the album too.
Yeah, Travis Kelce had her on the New Heights podcast with his brother Jason. Man, listen, I just had to get that out the way.
This is a lucrative deal, by the way. It's like
I love so much. Shout out Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Many people hate y'all. They love to hate y'all. I am not one of them. I love. And I think y'all are a wonderful couple. Like our commander-in-chief said, I wish y'all well. Y'all are beautiful people. I wish y'all well.
They're trying to be the white version of Russell Wilson and Sierra, by the way.
Nah, I love everything. I love everything that's going on with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Really, you're not a nasty hater with them, huh? No, I'm not.
With everything else, though.
No, I'm not a hater because Travis Kelce is gaining the attention from the Swifties.
Of course.
And then Taylor is gaining the new audience from the NFL base. I mean, that's the smartest business plan.
I mean, who else does music and sports? Like you incorporate the two. Deion Sanders?
Always a great combination.
Tell me, when you look, the only thing
Shaquille O'Neal?
Wait.
Kobe Bryant?
Wait. Ain't Deion remember he had that video talking about his bladder cancer or something?
Yeah.
And wasn't Carucci in the video?
Yeah, shout out.
They're dating.
Carucci, what are you doing there? Like,
shout out to Deion.
Shout out all my age gap relationships, bro.
Ew.
As long as it's, legal. But I mean, look, two consenting adults. Carucci knows where the bread is buttered. You know what I mean?
Like 30 and 60 looks way better than certain other ages. I'm just saying it. It looks way better than somebody in their 20s.
Hey, I listen.
I wouldn't.
The same thing. We're gonna get into college football very quickly, but the same thing with
Bill Belichick and
his what is he? 73 years old now. 74.
He's like
24 years old.
Like
I mean, listen, two consenting adults. You might think it's nasty, but what can you really say? They're two consenting adults.
I'm not sure if I got intel or not, but I believe there was somebody that said they trademarked gold. She trademarked gold digger.
Oh, that was actually true. I mean, like Nikki said, great business plan.
Exactly.
Back to the AFC West. We didn't even get to the AFC North. We have damn Kory, you yapping so much, you're taking all the time, bro. the AFC West, I do like the Chiefs, obviously. You know what's funny? The Chiefs are in that place where the Patriots dynasty was, where, you lose a Super Bowl and it's like, okay, we're not even thinking about old ass Tom Brady no more. We're not thinking about Bill Belichick. This is going to be the start of the end. But then they always found a way to come back. I think the Chiefs are being seriously slept on.
Mm.
And as much as the Chargers are getting hyped up, I love what the Chargers are doing. Kansas City, I think, is still going to be the kings of that division.
I think so, too. I think we got Chiefs, Broncos.
The Broncos look
Raiders.
good. Shout out my boy, Corey's boy, too. Sean Payton, the Riverboat Gambler. Shout out the onside kick in the Super Bowl. Man, I love that man forever. I don't care. Even though he quit on the team when he left. But the Broncos look good, though. Bo Nix, that offense. Talk about good sophomore years. I think Bo Nix is going to have a great year. And their defense. They had the number one defense in fantasy at least last year.
So with the AFC West, I got it. I got Kansas City winning it. I have. I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Broncos second.
Go Broncos second. Chargers third, and Oakland to finish last.
You know what they call Justin Herbert online?
What?
The if man.
No,
Mr. Hypotheticals.
No. I call him potential man.
Potential man.
You got potential.
Real quick, we are running out of time. I didn't want to forget the Southern divisions though.
Okay.
The NFC South. I mean, listen, the Buccaneers got that.
Buccaneers got that.
I think the Panthers though will make some noise.
Panthers will not make no noise. I'm sorry.
Wow, you hating on Bryce Young, my short king, my fellow short king? You hating on the short man today? Wow.
You gotta see over the line eventually.
I think the Panthers will make a little bit of noise, but the Buccaneers got that.
You know, it's
AFC South though.
You said they make a little noise, like Bryce's height, a squeak. They make a squeak.
Here he go, man. But shout out. Oh, speaking of love, as we go to the AFC South, Travis Hunter.
Shout out to Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, the much maligned relationship with him and his wife.
I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. I was hiding the world from my kid.
That's a bar right there.
I hate when this girl I was talking to said something very mean. I hate that I'm going to say it on camera, but she said, "Damn, I hope the baby don't look more like Travis."
Wow.
I was like, wow, that's so hateful.
That's so mean.
That's crazy.
But shout out to Travis.
How well do you think he does this year? He's getting. Remember, there was a Deion Sanders documentary going back to him being a two-sport athlete, but Deion also in football played some offense as well.
He played semi. He semi did a little offensive work.
And Travis is your boy from Colorado.
Yeah.
How do you see his rookie season go? Are we going to see some all-time great stuff, or do we got to pump the brakes a little bit?
Okay, so if I had to realistically throw out his stats, I'm seeing 600 yards offense, 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
On defensive side, I see him giving up actually a lot of touchdowns.
Really?
I see him giving up a lot of touchdowns. I think he'll have maybe 1 or 2 picks.
My concern is when he goes up against the more physical wide receivers. Like, because he's a slenderly built kid.
Yeah.
That's going to be my concern. But I think it's going to make a lot of
I will not miss a game.
Yeah, no, that's the Jaguars. Usually there's no reason to watch Jaguars games. But hey, we got Travis Hunter now. So at least there's going to be some eyes on the Jacksonville
I will be
Jaguars.
watching Jaguars football.
The AFC South is such a disgusting division. Because the Texans will win it, number one. Texans got it.
Tell me, you know
Colts?
You know, who's the starting quarterback for the Colts? Who's the starting quarterback for the Colts?
Your old friend. Yo, it's crazy. Like the Daniel Jones thing, mind you, the locker room from the videos you're seeing, they don't even like Daniel Jones like that. Did you see when they thought the job should have gone to AR?
Tell me, did you see what happened when they voted him team captain?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Zaire was just like, somebody like, whoa. I was like, I was about to cheer for that. No. I was like this. And some people was like, this is just for like, you know, if to see how he does, right? No, he does. Oh, he's here for the full season. I'm like, they are clearly rooting for him to get a higher draft status to draft a real QB option.
Well, as you know, Kory, if your season is relying on Daniel Jones, you've already lost. So
unfortunately, it's okay.
I don't got to deal with that no more. Don't got to deal with
the
that.
Texans, Colts, Jaguars, and then there's the Titans. Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick.
Cam Ward will have I think Cam Ward will probably win Rookie of the Year. I mean, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Because I think
Calvin Ridley on the offense.
I think what'll happen with
running game.
I think what happened is they'll have a good offense and people haven't figured him out yet. So they'll get that. You know how usually with rookies you get that adjusting period. So I think that'll be something that'll happen with him. Like they'll adjust him this year and then figure him out the next year, and then he'll have the sophomore slump that year.
All right, there you have it. Like I said, we had analysis on all 32 teams, more or less.
So you want to jump into low college?
Low college as we close out. You mentioned that you weren't too happy with Archibald Manning's debut in college, a starting debut.
Archie.
Yeah, finishing with 48 yards in the first. Finishing 48 yards. Finishing 48 yards in the first half against Ohio State. Throwing an interception. It was wild. It was a wild
And by the way, that game versus Ohio State, people weren't lying about Texas defense. Only problem is Ohio State.
You know, I feel like they did a good job against Ohio State.
No, they definitely. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Ohio State's defense is just.
Yeah, they was just tormented. And I think that if they kept some of the weapons that they had last year, it'd have been a more formidable game. But But the positive is, I don't think they'll see anybody like Ohio State for the next couple of games. So they should rack off a couple of good wins. And
are you buying into the idea that because of his last name, because the Manning family is quarterback royalty in the NFL.
Yeah.
Are you buying into that he was overhyped due to nepotism allegations, or is it just a bad draw?
I think he was overhyped. I think he was overhyped, and I think we put too much expectations too much pressure on him.
So he's no longer the Heisman.
No. I don't think he was the Heisman favorite. I don't think he was a Heisman favorite.
Is he going to be at the ceremony at season's end?
No.
Really?
No. I don't think he'll be at the ceremonies at season end.
So if that happens, he's definitely spending another year in college.
Probably, I think that was the plan. I think his grandfather had the right idea. He'll stay 2 more years.
Yeah, real quick. I've been saying a lot of prayers on the show. Speaking of college football, Kalen DeBoer. Alabama got their ass beat by the Florida State Seminoles.
They're looking at Nick Saban like, please come back.
That's what they praying for.
Please, baby, please.
Get off the college football set and come back.
They probably gonna run. They won't probably run my guy because Florida State was straight trash last year.
But people have acknowledged they were unranked coming into the game. But people have said they've improved before the game even.
Yeah.
But Alabama should have never lost. I mean, Alabama was 8th ranked.
You know, somebody said all it took was for the NIL and for other teams to get money for the SEC to go down in quality.
Yeah, that's why Nick Saban left pretty much.
Yeah.
Carson Beck, shout out to Miami Hurricanes. Big win versus Notre Dame. Man, listen,
who's on the sideline?
What you mean?
Michael Irvin.
Yo, you doing that is so nasty, bro. yo, he not on that type time no more, Kory.
He changed his life.
Sugar bop.
Yo, nah. You always, Kory got the memory of an elephant when it comes to people's mistakes. You never let nobody off the hook, bro.
People can change.
He not on the booger sugar no more, bro. Like, come on.
He had a time.
No.
He had him a time.
He certainly did in the White House, right?
At the White House. The stories you can tell that happened at the U.
Oh, they was wild at the U, but that's another conversation for another day. Man, listen, man.
Shout out to Lenore Sellers in South Carolina. They had
yes.
Oh, can I just say Nick Harbor is finally living up to his NCAA college football potential. When somebody had posted it, when Nick Harbor finally reaches his full vertical threat ability, it was like so beautiful because he caught like a 65-yard bomb. Yeah. They said it was beautiful. He's finally living up to that 99 speed that he got in NCAA.
99 speed in the college video game is special. That's how you know you got the burners on. What's another the last team I wanted to get to?
Michigan.
You can talk about
not Michigan. Michigan ain't gonna be on nothing.
Penn State was solid.
Purdue.
Penn State had a good game.
Penn State was
USC blew out the team that they played against.
Yeah.
Syracuse, they unfortunately.
When this episode comes out, we're gonna know how Bill Belichick's debut with the Tar Heels went.
Yeah.
I wonder, is his girlfriend gonna be on the sidelines?
Of course.
Like she was in practice.
No, she's probably gonna be in the booth.
She'll be in the room or the booth?
No, a booth. She'll probably be in a booth.
Yeah.
Oh. Gold digger, and we can call her that because she trademarked it.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
But she ain't messing with no young.
Man, I'm so happy that football is back, bro.
Oh,
it's been a long off season.
I'm so ready for Sunday. I'm about to order my Sunday ticket.
NFL Red Zone for me.
It's on
ESPN now. Starting this year.
A lot of games on Sunday.
It's on NFL Red Zone is on ESPN starting this year.
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably be in Jersey on Saturday again because out here you get to bet on the player props of college. Like
I asked this as a friend. Yeah. I really asked this as a friend.
Do not say anything because my brother has made $5,000 off betting.
No, I hear that, but should we be concerned about you?
We probably should be concerned.
Why?
Just a little bit.
I'm just saying, bro. They got hotlines and stuff like that. You can call if you have a problem.
I do not have a problem.
No?
I'm the cheapest. I'm probably the cheapest better ever.
I'm sure that's what Michael Irvin said when he got caught at the White House. I don't have a problem. I just dabble in it.
Ooh.
Michael Irvin said when he got caught at the White House. I don't have a problem. I just dabble in it. I'm sure that's what Michael Irvin said when he got caught at the White House. I don't have a problem. I just dabble in it.
I didn't bring it to the hotel.
No, I'm like, that's what every addict says. No, it's not. I can let it go.
So
I can stop.
do you know how he got caught? He didn't get caught at the White House.
He got caught at the hotel.
No, at the hotel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like he was in jeans and he had it all on his nose. It's like
I would have took his mugshot right there. Like, hold up for a second.
Right.
You mean like Mike Tyson when he had that picture of him just coked out, with his eyes red?
I'm just saying, if you arrest somebody and they looking crazy at the scene, we just gonna
take a picture.
Just gonna rush and take the mugshot right now. Go ahead and pose for me. No, don't wipe your face. Don't wipe your face.
Right.
Just like that.
Like,
go ahead, just like that. Cool.
Do that touch that celebration. The playmaker.
I do love that it was 95 degrees and Irvin showed up with a fur coat.
Yeah, I was like this. I would have probably passed out.
Yeah, he had to let him know. He had to let the prosecutor know.
You
know who I am?
Texas Heat.
Right.
Texas Heat is no joke. I was in San Antonio this weekend. I mean, this past weekend, and it was crazy. I almost passed out.
Wow.
Yeah, nah.
Heat exhaustion.
No, I walked up some steps and I've never felt this before. I was lightheaded. I was with my niece and nephew. I was like, I need help.
You just got to do more cardio for that next time. We'll work on that. And your gambling addiction. We'll work on that.
Yeah. I'm glad Nikki called it what it is, bro.
Yeah.
But hey, if it makes you money, then all power be to you.
How's it again? Nah.
I mean, you really think it's working for him?
One second.
I mean, look, he looked like he got money.
You know who bag I'm about to pull out? I'm about to pull from the greatest of all time. MJ. You think if I was a gambling addict, I wouldn't I be hawking off my watches, my glasses? Quote, bar for bar, this is exactly what he said.
Kory's going to be...
I'm a competitor.
He's going to do one of those anti-gambling commercials like Michael Jordan back in the day.
Right.
Stop it. Get some help. That's how Kory going to be talking, bro.
That wasn't gambling. That was drugs.
You are right about that, but we don't got to worry about that with you, right?
You see,
right?
misusing the context.
Nothing to worry about with that.
He's deflecting.
With you, Kory, right?
He's deflecting.
No. You on the DARE program.
Nah, I don't touch drugs or alcohol.
I love that. Never change, bro.
Straight edge.
Man, as we close, I just got to say, I'm so happy that football is back. It's always an event on Sundays and college football on Saturdays, watching these games. It's going to be a crazy NFL season and college football season. I see both of them being like, these are going to be all-time seasons.
I already got my ritual for this coming up season. Every Sunday, I'm going to go to KFC, give me a 12-piece honey barbecue with the wedges, with the Mountain Dew, and I'm going to call it the
Make
day.
sure you have your wet napkin. Them honey barbecue wings. No joke.
I would just chill for that whole day. Nobody talk to me. Nobody speak to me. It's just football.
That's how. Listen, man. Being in a relationship football season.
That 2 weeks notice.
I'm like, you know
what it is.
You know that time is coming.
We had a great summer. But
I will see you in February.
You know what I do for a living.
I don't even know February because basketball playoffs gonna start around that soon after that.
Just don't even have a relationship. You know what? Have a relationship with someone who is really into sports, just like you are.
Look.
Turn on the lights. I'm looking for.
From May to July, I'm all yours.
You got to find a shorty that will. Or Nikki played the game correctly. You got to find somebody that you can pull up to the sports bar to on Sundays. Ain't no problem. She can keep up with what's going on.
Exactly.
Ain't never no problem.
That's rare. Turn
on the lights.
That's like finding a diamond. That's like finding a diamond in the middle of a street.
Well, Kory, I'm rooting for you, bro. Loving football, like Travis Hunter, like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Loving football, great combination.
And Russell Wilson
and Sierra, yes. But even though Kory thinks he's going to only get 4 games this year as the starting quarterback.
Yeah,
wow.
Ain't no wrong with that.
He's got love. And
he got love. What did Love do for him last year?
Listen, he not only has Sierra love, but he has New York love. You can't get a better love than that.
That's very true.
Tell me, guess what? He right. He has New York love. You know what New York love is? The minute you have an ass game, we will be putting you in the magazine. Yeah. You will have memes, you will have gifts on why you suck and why you shouldn't be a starter. That's New York love.
The Bronx cheers out. Boo, boo.
Yeah, that's the New York levels. When you suck, guess what? When you playing at home, we will boo you.
But we keep it real. Like,
That part.
I don't like these fans from the Midwest or these small markets that's, we love our team no matter what. Now, when you playing like boo-boo, we gonna treat you like boo-boo.
Exactly.
But when you play better, we love you again.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no sports fan like a New York sports fan, bro.
Exactly.
That's why I'm so happy to be running the Recess Bell TRB Sports here in the tri-state area. Shout out New Jersey. Man, New Jersey has treated us so well. I am so happy that this is a pre-football season show. I know college football already got underway.
Mm-hmm.
NFL football, there's nothing like it.
This has been
They run the world.
And this has been a great studio we've been recording in.
Absolutely, man. Clap it up. 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 Clap it up.
What's the name of the studio that we're in?
Thank you to the Big Mouth Studio for accommodating us this afternoon. Man, if you watching this, God bless. Enjoy the season. It's going to be a great one. Eagles, the defending champions, of course, open the season against the Dallas Cowboys at Lincoln Financial Field. We're going to see if the Chiefs can possibly make it back to the Super Bowl. A lot of interesting teams. Not a lot of boring teams this year. Even the trash teams like the Saints. You know, like, my Saints, you know. Like I said, hey, man. You
Shout
know
out
what
to
it
the
is.
Jets.
You know what it is. So the Saints, they're the one boring team. You never want to be bad and boring. But hey, even the Browns is going to be interesting. The Jaguars, because of the Colorado boys, Shador and Travis. The Browns and Jaguars going to be interesting. A lot of interesting teams. TRB Sports on the Recess Bell is going to be with you all season long. I'm talking like Trump with the Trump hands. It's going to be with you all season long to break it down. All right? Keep up with the Recess Bell on socials. Check out therecessbell.com for original content and articles written by our team. Man, shout out NikiMarie. Shout out Kory David, myself, Joshua Umahi. TRB Sports, the TRB, the Recess Bell Show. Season 3. 3 to the dome. We back, baby. I can't wait to get into more conversations like this.
Yes.
Yes.
This is fun.
Everybody say peace.
Peace out.
Peace.